Hey guys, welcome back. I kind of want to step away from the all-wheel drive part of this swap and start working on the engine. I got my other axle in, so we'll do the next video will be all-wheel drive stuff. But for this, I want to take off the water pump housing, and I'm buying the kit, the AC and power steering delete, so I won't have this piece on here. So I want to actually take this and cut the top of this off because it's kind of useless, and I'm wanting to put my fuel pressure regulator over on this side of the engine, and this piece here is going to stop that. So what I want to do is just basically I'm going to draw my line across this and set this on my saw over there and just cut it straight across. Hopefully it turns out right, but obviously if it doesn't, then I'll have to figure something else out. But I know there are some water pump housings that don't have this up here to begin with, but I've spent enough money on this car, so I don't want to have to buy anything I don't necessarily have to right now. So anyways, to get this off, you have 14 millimeters. You have 2 bolts, I think here and here, and 2 nuts here and here. It might be vice versa, either way. But you take those off. You have 3 10 millimeter bolts on the end of the thermostat housing. Take that off, and then you just kind of pry it off, and you'll get to this point. You see here, there's always going to be liquid left in the water pump housing that I spilt on the table. So that's awesome. But anyways, this is where we got to. I'm going to take off the water pump and the tensioner, and then hopefully we can go over to the bandsaw and figure out how to cut the top of this off of there. I will be using impact just to make this go a little quicker. I believe this is a 10. Yeah, it's a 10. So don't know why I have this huge extension on here either, but I have it on there, so I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Those guys should be all loose. So I believe that's all of those, and basically you have to pry that off. So let's see if we can do that without breaking it. Need a screwdriver. Simple as that. Yeah. So it's nice and clean in there. That's a good sign. I will probably be replacing this, even though it feels fine. This is my first K swap, so I wanted to do it at least partially right. So definitely replace that. And then the next thing to come off is this guy. It looks like we have 3 12 millimeters. I don't think I have a... Yeah, 12s. Okay, so now I'm taking off the tensioner. I don't have any other impact sockets, so I'm doing this without those. Should be okay. Taking stuff off. tensioners now off. Those so we don't lose them. Just in case. So now you kind of see what we're dealing with. Obviously I want to cut it straight across, and I will be doing that on the bandsaw. I'll be probably, well, I wanted to push it straight through like this, but these stick out, so I think what I might have to do is sit it on top of maybe a 1/4 inch block so that it is straight, and hope the bandsaw clears so I can get it a straight cut across it. I don't really want to do it like this. Well, this might work actually, do like that, but it's a longer cut and it could kind of get squirrely. So I would maybe prefer to do it long ways, but we'll see whatever works on the bandsaw over here. You see there, I cleaned the top of the water pump housing with this brush, and I have a chalk stick. I'm gonna try to draw a line here. It's kind of curved, so without like some digital line, I'm not gonna be able to do this very accurately. But I do want to clear the top of this bolt. Ideally, it would be nice to get it cut all the way down, kind of off the other side. But I'm not sure if we want to go that close or not. Kind of like to just kind of get it as close as I can, and then I've got a belt sander. I'm going to try to sand this down further, and I've got a deburr that I could sand it down as well. So I'm just going to get this kind of close. Let's see. And then just connect the lines with my pen from the top. Sketch my lines. Okay, so now we have our chalk line. Now we can try to take it to the bandsaw and see what happens. So here's the bandsaw. I don't really have a tripod to put the camera on, so I'm just going to do that off camera, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterward. But this is just a Bauer, I think, bandsaw, portable, and my brother-in-law built this stand. This is his, technically. And we have this foot pedal here. It works pretty good for what it was. Works really good, actually, but a lot of stuff we've done on the all-wheel drive swap we did with this bandsaw. I've done a little bit of tile work with it too, and it dulled the blade pretty bad, which is my fault. But anyways, I'll get this going. Okay, so this is it, cut off. I think my measurements were right on. It's not perfectly flat, but to the naked eye, you can't really tell. So I'm pleased with it. Definitely pleased with it. You can see I need to sand it down just a tad up at the top, but overall, I think it's going to look good. Let's see if I can put this on here just to see what it looks like. Well, if I can put it on straight. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna look good. Got an RBC in the mail this week for Christmas. My wife got it for me, so I will have that on there as well. I'm gonna maybe have this TIG welded, this here and here, and then just sand it all smooth so it looks better. But I'm pretty pleased with this right now. Obviously, we got a lot to do cleaning this engine once we get it pulled. I got all brand new Downstar hardware. I'm gonna paint the engine flat black, most likely, or matte black, not flat black, but kind of to match the mounts here. But yeah, so let me know if you've ever done this or what you did to maybe make your engine bay look a little cleaner with the K series. Obviously, there are the water pump, plateless electric water pump setups, but I don't have the 500 bones for that right now. So I think this is a good alternative for me in this engine swap to clean this up a little bit.